So, you have a notorious gangster killed by police in what they call an encounter. Case closed, right? Well, not so fast. Was this really a legitimate police action? Or was it just the first thread to be pulled in a conspiracy that could unravel all the way to the highest levels of power? Let's set the scene. The date is November 26th, 2005. It's the dead of night, around 2 in the morning. And we're on a dark, pretty much deserted highway just on the outskirts of Ahmedabad in Gujarat. And that's where it all goes down. A joint team of police from both Gujarat and Rajasthan shoot and kill a man named Sohrabuddin Sheikh. The police claimed they'd just neutralized a really dangerous terrorist, but investigators would later come forward and allege that that entire official story was a complete lie. So, what really happened on that highway? All right, first things first. Let's break down the official narrative, the story that the police told everyone. So, according to the Gujarat police, Sohrabuddin Sheikh wasn't just some run-of-the-mill criminal. Oh no. They claimed he was a full-blown terrorist with Lashkar-e-Taiba, that he was backed by Pakistan's ISI, and get this, he was on a mission to assassinate Gujarat's chief minister at the time, Narendra Modi. The police said he fired first, which forced them to kill him in self-defense. It was presented as this clean, heroic story of a terror plot stopped in its tracks. But then, when the Central Bureau of Investigation, the CBI, took over the case in 2010, a completely different story started to emerge. And this, right here, is the core conflict of this whole thing. The police claim they stopped a terrorist plot. The CBI's allegation, they were just covering up a massive criminal extortion racket. So let's dive into what the CBI was claiming. Their investigation painted a picture not of a terrorist, but of a gangster who was caught right in the middle of a huge, and I mean huge, extortion scheme. So what was this alleged racket? Well, the CBI claimed that some of the most powerful people in the state were basically using Sohrabuddin's gang as their muscle. Their job? To go out and terrorize wealthy businessmen in Gujarat and Rajasthan into paying enormous sums of protection money. And check this out. The CBI laid out the entire alleged chain of command. At the very top, they named the then Home Minister of Gujarat, Amit Shah, as the mastermind. The orders, they allege, flowed down through senior police officers like DG Vanzara and Abe Chudasama. And who was at the bottom doing the dirty work on the ground? Sohrabuddin Sheikh and his crew. Okay, so this brings up a huge question, right? If Sohrabuddin was working for them, why on earth would they kill him? Well, the CBI's investigation pointed to two very distinct and frankly explosive motives. The first motive really just boiled down to greed. The story goes that Sohrabuddin got a little too ambitious. He started shaking down Rajasthan's very powerful marble lobby on his own without getting the green light. And that lobby? Well, they had deep political connections. They complained to Rajasthan's home minister, who in turn allegedly got in touch with Amit Shah. Suddenly, Sohrabuddin had gone rogue. He had become a major liability. And here's where it gets really chilling. Sohrabuddin's death didn't exactly end the fear. In fact, his name became the threat. Just look at this quote. A builder told investigators that police officers actually used Sohrabuddin's death to extort him, warning him that he could end up like Sohrabuddin. The dead gangster had become a boogeyman for the racket. But listen, Sohrabuddin's death, it wasn't a one-off thing. According to the investigation, it was just the first domino to fall in a whole series of deaths, all allegedly designed to silence anyone who knew the real story. Just look at this timeline. It's incredible. Just 3 days after Sohrabuddin was killed, his wife, Kauser Bi, who was a direct witness to his abduction, disappears. Poof. She was later found to have been killed. Then, a few months after that, Tulsiram Prajapati, a key guy in Sohrabuddin's gang and another crucial witness, is killed in a separate police encounter. And years later, even the judge who was presiding over the case, Judge B.H. Loya, died under really mysterious circumstances. You can't deny it's a chilling pattern. But hold on, because there was a second alleged motive for killing Sohrabuddin. And this one was way more political, and honestly, way more explosive. It connects his death to another one of Gujarat's most infamous and unsolved murders. Meet Haren Pandya. You have to understand, he was a big deal. A former home minister in Gujarat's BJP government, a rising star. But he was also seen as a political rival to the chief minister at the time, Narendra Modi. And here's the critical part. Pandya had testified against his own government's handling of the 2002 Gujarat riots. Then, in March 2003, he was found shot dead in his car. His murder was never really definitively solved. And then, this absolute bombshell drops in court. A former member of Sohrabuddin's own gang gets up and testifies that Sohrabuddin himself confessed to him that he was the one who assassinated Haren Pandya, and he claimed the contract came directly from senior police officer D.G. Vanzara. And that testimony, it suggested a much, much darker motive for all of this. What if Sohrabuddin wasn't just a gangster shaking down businessmen? What if he was a political assassin who knew one of the state's biggest, ugliest secrets? Well, that would make him the ultimate liability, wouldn't it? He had to be silenced, so the truth about who really ordered Haren Pandya's murder would die right along with him. So, at the end of the day, it all boils down to this. On one side, you've got the official story, a dangerous terrorist on a mission to kill the chief minister, neutralized in the line of duty. And on the other side, you have the allegations from the source material, a pawn in a criminal racket who knew way too much about a political assassination and had to be eliminated in a staged encounter. It's a case with two completely separate, irreconcilable realities. Was Sohrabuddin Sheikh a terrorist planning an assassination, or was he a key player in a conspiracy, killed to bury a political secret forever? Now, while these allegations were absolutely explosive, it's crucial to point out that in the end, a special CBI court acquitted all 22 accused in this case, citing a lack of evidence. And that leaves a central question at the heart of this whole saga, officially unanswered.